an esteemed panel of experts here to delve into various aspects of LGBTQIA+ experiences and the importance of voicing their stories to foster inclusivity. We also have received numerous questions from students on Instagram seeking answers and guidance on various topics. I would like Shreya to take over.
तू चलता चल, तेरे सफर पर अभी तो ये आरंभ है। तू थक नहीं सकता, तू रुक नहीं सकता, अभी तो ये आरंभ है। So before starting our discussion, we would like you all to know something about Aarambh. So, the Aarambh is a dynamic, prominent, and compassionate non governmental organization dedicated to empowering underprivileged individuals and communities with a strong focus on education, empowerment, and social welfare. The Aarambh works tirelessly to bring about positive change and create opportunities for those in need. Through their impactful initiatives, Aarambh aims to bridge the educational gap, provide vocational training for skill development, and improve healthcare services for marginalized communities. Their efforts extend beyond immediate relief as they actively advocate for the rights and well being of vulnerable groups. Aram's unwavering commitment, combined with their collaborative approach, makes them a catalyst for transformation, uplifting the lives of individuals and paving the way towards a more inclusive and equitable society.
What a wonderful description of the Aarambh Organization, Shreya. Now, I would like to take the privilege of introducing our guests for today's panel discussion. So, our first guest, Ghazal Khanna. Ghazal Khanna is an award-winning writer, poet, reader, and a feminist. She proudly identifies herself as queer. She started working at a very young age, and she has made it to many big platforms. Her work has been nominated in various award shows. She enlightens the community by educating those who are just blissfully unaware. She fearlessly talks about her curiosity, becoming one of the few brown girls to do so. Honestly, she is dauntless and devoted to her work. Welcome, Ghazal Khanna, to the panel.
Thank you so much. I absolutely one of the best introductions that I ever got, I guess. But yeah, definitely flaunting my curiosity. Curiosity. So yeah, that's there. And curiosity was actually the poem that I wrote and performed on stage that I came out with. So so yeah, thank you so much for that.
All right, so with this, we have our second panelist, Hiten Noonwal. Hiten Noonwal is a fashion designer, a model, an influencer, a performing artist, an educator, and what not. They call themselves a free bird. They identify themselves as genderfluid. They grew up in a typical Haryanvi family in a village, designing dresses for local events. They developed a passion for art and design since then. They earned a master's degree from NIT Ahmedabad. They now teach in many reputed institutes like NIFT, IIAD, and Vokson School of Art and Design. They have won many awards and have conducted many gender sensitization workshops and dance shows. They have raised their voice against sexual violence, mental health, and inequity. With a passion for innovation and positive change, Hiten has emerged as a prominent figure in the global landscape. Welcome, Hiten Noonwal.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It was such a warm introduction. Thank you so much.
Last but not the least, I'm utterly honored to introduce our third guest, BalaJI. BalaJI is a motivational, remarkable, and a sought after TEDx speaker. She is breaking gender stigma and spreading awareness about it. BalaJi's story has got a voice in some of the noted publications like Netflix, Humans of Bombay, Quint, etc. She has been a part of some award winning digital campaigns like Bajaj Alliance, Pyar Ki Azadi, etc. She has given motivational talks and shared her life experiences across many reputed institutes, leaving a lasting impact on the hearts and mind of people. Welcome, BalaJI.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the such lovely introduction, and looking forward to share the space with some of the esteemed panel speakers like Ghazal and Hiten. I was actually very nervous, but now I think after seeing you guys, I think I can. I'm okay now.
We're as nervous as you.
Not at all.
All right, so the wait ends here. Let's begin today's insightful session with our esteemed panelists. So, let's begin with the first topic of discussion, that is beyond the binary. Our panelists, our society enforces strict gender norms, hindering the exploration of a full range of gender identities. Could you share the challenges faced and lessons learned from navigating such a society that adheres to the gender binary? We would like to know your opinion on this. Ghazal Khanna, could you just go on with your
Oh, yeah.
opinion?
Okay. I guess beyond the binary, I would just say that like growing up, like you don't like when you are born, you are not like you are born into a body, but like you are not born into a gender or sexuality or anything. You're not born into that. You are, like you're just like made to feel like that and all of that. Why our upbringing and all of that. I think, but growing up, I think a lot of people came to me and said that a lot of times that you talk like a boy or you do that like a boy, and I think even as a child I was very androgynous clothing and like ये सब मुझे नहीं पता था यार मैं स्मॉल टाउन से मुझे नहीं पता था ये सब कुछ क्या होता है androgynous clothing non binary I had no fucking clue about it but you are just given the tag of tomboy if you are a woman and like who just doesn't act like a woman I guess all the time. So I guess that was there, and it's a lot of like emotional breaking because when you are shown that this and this, these are the two choices, and you feel like, oh, I don't fit here, I don't fit there, so maybe I'm a broken version of both. That's how I felt growing up for the most part, and I think that damages you a lot because there's a sense of shame that you carry with yourself for a lot of your like I came out in my 20s, early 20s. So I think I held on to that shame for like what 20-21 years. So that causes a lot of damage to your psyche, yeah. So yeah, I guess that's that.
That's true. I think the differentiation between blue and pink is, the most difficult one to encounter today. I would like to have some opinion of Hiten as well on this.
I believe that, like as Ghazal mentioned, when we are born, so we are born as humans. We are born as individuals. We are not this body. We are not gender. We are not the skin tone and height and everything. We are spirits. By spirit I mean we are the energy, and when you try to disown or disrespect that energy, it will come up with something which is revolutionary. In my case, I think why I could still survive, because I like everyone has a scream, the scream of pain. So in our case, our scream was the expression through various mediums of art, like Ghazal has come out with their poetry, and how we all express. So my scream, my pain of scream was my art expression throughout. Ever since I remember, I was drawing, I was writing poetry. And I think it is so important to know that when we say LGBTQ plus or maybe community or queer, we have to say it because we want to be visible. We want to tell people that we are a group of people that exist, but we also know that we are more than being queer. We are like everyone else, and this struggle is so real. It is so real that we have to use such terminology, okay, we are queer, we are LGBT, but and I think somewhere people are still taking a lot of time, and but it's okay, they are taking time, we have a lot of time. We have a lot of time to make them understand that everyone is valid. And if I have to talk about queer expression, it is our expression of our heart. People name it queer. I mean, this is how I see it. I see myself and you guys as individual humans. So, yes.
Completely got your point. Moving forward this discussion to a hotshot topic which never gets off the headlines. Love is love. Celebrating diverse relationships. Let's talk about celebrating love and commitment within the queer community, challenging heteronormative views. So, I would like to ask BalaJI, how can we promote acceptance of different types of relationships and why is legalizing same sex marriage important?
Okay, I want to add on to the previous question also. Firstly, I don't believe in the concept of gender. For me, gender doesn't exist. It's a very complicated word which discriminates people on so many grounds. There's a big generation gap where people kind of, put that boundaries, gender stereotyping, gender label. ये लड़कों का है, ये लड़कियों का है. लड़कों वाला डियो, लड़कियों वाला डियो. लड़कों वाली क्रीम, लड़कों वाली क्रीम. So there's so much of stereotyping, and the individual has to bear the brunt of it at the end of the day. हमें जो बचपन में सिखाया जाता है, of course parents also play a very important role over here. Like, if you're born as a boy, cricket खेलो, football खेलो. If you're born as a girl, okay, Barbie doll के साथ खेलो. अगर लड़के Barbie doll के साथ खेलते हैं, it's an offense. Oh my God, like, that's how our parents, most of the parents teach. But I don't blame them also. There's a generation gap. Of course, they're also, born that way. So it's very important for the parents to teach their kids at the right age about two things, that is accept and respect. These two things, I keep saying this, if you teach your kids the meaning of these two words, you don't even have to worry about anything. You have achieved, like, 80% of your this thing, So acceptance bahut zaruri hai, because I think, but acceptance bhi I would say no, because we have accepted ourselves. We don't need acceptance from you. But all I would say is respect each and every human being, each and every living being, I would say. It's very very important. अगर हम अपने आप को accept कर सकते हैं तो, I mean, you can't put a, stereotyping this thing, ये gay है, ये क्या कर सकता है, I mean, there are so many terms which actually people use, right, to put us down. I mean, of course, Ghazal and Hiten will definitely agree. Chakka, good, Meetha, Hijda. I keep receiving that on a daily basis. There are some new terms also which people have invented. Half biryani, Gulkand, Mishri, yes. And I embrace these words now. Now I have come to a stage. I tell them, Yisa, pack karke mere ghar bhej do. Because it's very tempting, yeah. I mean, you are literally using these words, and dopain mein khana khane ke baad, when I see all these, terms, of course, it tempts me. So I was like, rather telling this, you're so well, I know that in your life, rather pack those, items and send that. I'll give you my address, and you can send that to me, and I will definitely give you that credit. Thanks to XYZ person, I'll give you a special credit on my Instagram, So it's very important to tell these homophobic people, whoever is trying to put us down, is, guys, we have accepted ourselves. The more you try to put us down, the more hatred you show towards us, we will give you that much love. So if someone tells me, you know, oh, aap chakke ho, chi, whatever they people use a lot of abusive languages also. I just tell them, may rest in peace, or may God give you, soon. I mean, may you recover soon. That's what I actually use, you know, and that's my way of dealing, homophobia, because I've crossed that stage. Because all of us, for that matter, we have listened that. I mean, we are listening that since, I think, since the day we have come out. Now, हमें ये फर्क नहीं पड़ता. आप more than anything, first thing is you need to respect everyone's boundary, everyone's space. हम क्या करें? हम लोग ना ड्रग एडिक्ट हैं, हम लोग ना रेपिस्ट हैं, हम लोग ना टेररिस्ट हैं, हम लोग कुछ गलत काम नहीं कर रहे, राइट? प्यार करते हैं, दैट्स इट. मुझे लड़के से प्यार है, या गजल को लड़की से प्यार है, जिससे भी प्यार है. It's just that we are we, you know. You can't amend someone's identity or sexuality, for that matter, at all. So just live and let us live. That's what I would say. Yep. Yeah, Hiten, you were saying something.
Yes, bravo.
Thank you so much.
Yes, so like as she mentioned about the things, you know. So when I got this phone cover, so the shopkeeper was like, "No, आप ये phone ये cover मत लो, ये लड़कियों का है." And I was like, "This is a phone cover. It's a
Like,
phone
literally
cover, and
using
it
the
can fit
space.
my phone." So
But
लेकिन
Hiten,
उसने
you
मुझे
should.
दिया नहीं. They did not give it to me, so I went to the other shop. It was at CP. Okay, तो फिर मैंने लिया ये. Okay, other than this, when I get a lot of hate comments, I screenshot the hate comment and I save it in a folder, hate comments folder, you know. And what do? Then I come up with art expression. So I did, like last time after the Pride month, I did 31-day image creation challenge. So in that, I created 31 images for 31 days. Every day, different images, because people were commenting on my images, how I look, how do I do my makeup, what do I wear, all these art, you know. So I have replied the hate back with my art expression, and I think the hate really, really helps you to grow, you know. It helps you to grow, and it also helps you to give concept and stories in your artworks, you know. So I'm always like, okay, bang on my haters. Because of you, I am creating art. Because of you, I get stories, and because of you, I also get a lot of views on my Instagram. You know. So yeah, I always thank them.
Definitely. And in fact, you know what, like, these people are honestly how I see it. In fact, like, a lot of people have spoken about this, that these people have not accepted themselves, you know, to the point that, like, they can't see you be yourself.
Yes.
You being free is a direct attack to them, because they have never dealt with their traumas, their issues, their whatever. They don't even ask them their favorite color or something. They'll be like, "Usme bhi unko na pata nahi hoga." So you know, they never even looked inward. They when they look at us, they're like, "Acha, itna free kaise hai yaar ye banda? Itna free kaise hai ye bandi?" So that's what it is. They can't, like, let anybody else be free, because they themselves are chained, you know, their own spirit and, like, mind or whatever. It's just bullshit. But yeah, and like, and honestly, yeah, I just keep telling people that, you know what, you don't need to understand me. You don't need to understand us. You will never understand us. You've not lived my life. You will never understand me. Just, you know, just let me be. I guess, you know, just let me be. Just accept that. चलो वो तो बहुत आगे की बात है, रहने दो यार. क्यों मतलब, you know, like, I just keep thinking that even if, like, in school also bullying and everything happened, and उसके बाद जब online come out किया, उसके बाद those fuckers also came again and put hate comments on my post or my stories or whatever. I'm like, these people have not grown in 20 years also. So I just have lost hope for some people, definitely. But yeah, oh God.
But I think I will honestly agree with Ghazal also. What I have learned over these years is, like, homophobic people will try to put you down. If you're going to be reactive, they're going to put you down like that only. The minute you start fighting it back and giving it back to them in your own way, like how I said, like if someone calls me meetha, I call them kadwa. Opposite of meetha is kadwa, right? So kya hai, meetha hi to hai na. And now what I've done is, like, I've been saying this when I go to hotels and all, I put all the meetha items on my plate and I just tag them saying, मैं मीठा हूँ, मुझे मीठा बहुत पसंद है. And मीठा is a nice word. We all are मीठा. हमें मीठा पसंद है, हम मीठे हैं. तो इसमें कौन सी बहुत बड़ी बात है? So you need to be don't be reactive, but just give it back. Like few days back also, when I was traveling by Mumbai local train, and you know how crowded it is and all. So there was a group of people standing there. And I was wearing ghagra that time, I remember. And they were just looking at me. They were pointing fingers, giggling, जो usually people do. And I was like, okay, I need to do something. I need to reciprocate, right? That gesture. I was like, okay, let's turn back. And I was literally, looking at them and with a sweet, gentle smile on my face. And that's all. I did that for 10, 15 minutes. And they went back. वो लोग दूसरे कोच में चले गए. So my only agenda to tell this is basically just fight it back, just give it back. Just don't, if you will be reactive, if you're going to be angry or fight or cry, it's not going to help it. They're going to put you down. But give it back the minute they feel, okay, fine, I think he has got our gestures, so I think no point in making fun, and they'll give up naturally. So that's how we should fight back.
Yeah.
I would like to, state a fact here actually. Homosexuality is found in over 450 species, but homophobia is found only in one, that is humans. So, which one seems unnatural now?
Oh God.
It's a fact.
I swear I keep telling people that, like sexuality is not about sex. I am so tired of telling people this, that sexuality is not about sex, it's about love. I want to love this person also and this person also. What's your problem, fucker? Just that. And I'm so tired of telling this. But yeah.
All right, so moving forward. So this question is really close to me because I'm a part of the society. And it's like allyship is crucial in fostering understanding and creative inclusive spaces for LGBTQ plus individuals. What strategies can individuals and communities adopt to become better allies and promote dialogue and collaboration? Hiten, what do you think? What's your opinion?
I think the people who help or support us as being an ally, they understand that it is not about being from certain community or or minority. They understand it is about basic human right. So if they say they are ally, it means they support humanity. And I have a lot of friends, and not only just friends, even a few people in the family, they are also and they support even if they don't know that they are a lie, but they still support. And I think their support, more than seeing it as pity, it is more of belonging and helping or pushing you up, wiping your tears, make you feel that you are not lonely. We are with you. You are with us. So I think that is so important because we are social people and we need other people who can smile with us or maybe cry with us or we can enjoy and sing our song.
So I'd like to add on that I absolutely, agree that having, of course, I don't think as a child, I didn't have that privilege or knowledge also to come out. I did not have that privilege. I would have been bullied to death if I had come out. I was already being bullied कि oh ये तो ऐसी ही है, ये तो वैसी लग रही है or something like that. Like, ने पहले decide कर लिया था, मैं तो come out बाद में कर रही थी. They would started bullying me पहले से. But I think I would have been bullied to death if I had come out. So I think there were few people that had stood by my side I had a female best friend. Both, like everybody keeps saying that like वो female best friend वाला scene पूरा हम लोग का नहीं था, but she was so kind and nice to me. And I think that was वही वो दो तीन थोड़ा social capital really helped. So I absolutely agree to Hiten. And at the same time I'll say that allies, one thing what they can do is definitely support us, but also from a distance. Don't be like, like don't push us to come out or something like that. Some people are like that oh, you should come out. I am there for you. Arre, let me feel secure in my own body, in my own, let me have that safety. Not just in my surrounding, in my own body to be able to come out. So, wo do teen cheezein. And then, of course, like, don't speak for us. Let us speak for us. Let us tell, our stories. Jo ki media and all of that may be hai. Why representation basically, that let us tell our stories. Now, why do you have to be like, अरे तुम्हें पता है and all of that, so crap. So basically that, but at the same time I'm very very glad to the allies, because honestly it has helped me a lot over the years to eventually come out. So yeah.
BalaJI, anything you would like to add on this?
Sorry, can you please but repeat the question once, like?
I want to add something that, if I talk about coming out, so we were always out. Oh my God, we were always out. Maybe people wanted to hear it, but we were always out, and they, like as Ghazal mentioned, they knew it before we knew it.
Yeah.
So I think they are the one who should come out, that we accept or we don't. So they are the one who should come out. Okay, oh, we are the homophobes. They should come out as homophobes because we were already out in front of them. Just this I wanted to add.
I would, yes, it's about allyship. When I talk about allyship, I think very important is you should be a good listener. That's very, very important. You should listen to people. If in a corporate sector or wherever for that matter, someone is trying to come out to you because that person, that queer person, is thinks that you are his or her or their comfort zone. That's why that person is trying to come out to you. So be a good listener. Some people overreact. Some people create that drama. Oh my God, तुम gay हो, तुम homosexual हो, क्या यार नहीं बताया तुमने, अबे यार ये. So this is how people usually react. But just don't react. I would say listen to them, of course. Accepting, not accepting, I leave that to you. It's your choice completely. I respect that. If you don't want to accept also, हमारा कुछ नहीं होने वाला, बिगड़ने नहीं वाला, of course. Accept करो तो it's well and good. I'm sorry, I'm being blunt, but I think that's what I think every allies should do. That they should be a good listener, try to listen, and then take a call which direction to go. Whether you should, if that person is in a corporate sector, whether to tell that to the HR so that HR person can help this queer person. And also what I have seen is allyship or allies. Some people, of course, they talk and all, आपसे बात करते हैं and all, but social acceptance की बात आती है ना. I have faced that with some of my male straight friends. I'm sorry, I have to say this. When it comes to putting something on social media or socially kind of showing that I'm friends with Bala, many people don't do that, and that's it doesn't, that of course it shows that you're not an ally, you're not a true supporter. You just talk, maybe try to take advantage of that person. But when it comes to socially accepting, I have not seen them doing that. And a few days back, I put that story also. And, a lot of people got offended. It's like, Bala, maine to kabhi aise nahi kiya. I was like, why are you taking it personal? I'm just putting it because some of my friends, I'm not saying all male straight friends again. And some people, how social media is. The minute you put something or you express, you get trolled or you get a lot of negative comments. It's like, why are you targeting male community? I was like, it's not about male, female, but I've seen them doing that with me. Based on my personal experience, I'm telling this. And secondly, what I would want to see in the coming years is like, I don't want any Ghazal, Hiten or Bala sitting here. I want more and more allies sitting here and kind of conducting workshops or conducting sessions. I don't want anyone to come out anymore. straight people don't come out, right? So even we don't have to come out. So I want more and more allies. I mean, you, Anushka, Shreya, I know you guys are allies. I want this thing to get multiplied, and you guys take that legacy, you guys take that responsibility in your hand, educate more and more people, create awareness, and pass on that legacy to the coming generation. I think we are, I think, done. We are doing a bit, yes, but I want allies to now come, in my place and conduct sessions and talk, about their queer friends and how to handle them, and etc., etc. So that's what my wish is. That's what I, judge, all the allies. Yeah. Hiten, you were saying something, yes.
I was saying that I go to various design colleges, and in design college, queer expression is very open. But when it comes to ally, people actually take advantage. So in college, there is this term GBF, gay best friend. So, seriously, even if you do not support them, but just to be cool, "Okay, I'm so cool, I have a gay best friend." So
Style quotient.
girls and boys, they do it. Like when I was in college, it wasn't happening back then that much, but now it is on peak. Like everyone want to have a GBF.
It has become a status quotient, style
Yeah,
quotient. I
yeah,
would say that, I have a gay, friend. I think I will definitely agree with Hiten also,
yeah,
that some people actually say, oh, I have a gay friend called Bala, and they
yeah,
put that tag on us. Don't put, you
yeah.
just
And
have to say this
if
is
they
Bala.
make you if they make you meet other people, they will say, "Oh, she's BalaJI and she's gay." Oh
Yeah,
my
like
No,
I
God.
am also a writer. I am also an artist. I do other
exactly.
things.
They won't say
Wow.
that. They
Make me
will
as a
never
writer.
say that.
They'll be like, oh, meet this person. She's gay. She's bi. She's whatever. All of that they'll say, and just
Yeah. And
I think putting tags.
I want to tell all the listeners that this is red flag. Stay away from these people.
True. I mean,
Yes.
putting tags is not going to help. I mean, there are gay people can also be, a designer, a lawyer, or whatever for that matter, engineer, a doctor. Highlight that, highlight their plus points, highlight their achievements. Don't highlight tag us based on, our orientation or gender identity. Bala is a trans woman, Bala is gay, gender fluid. It doesn't matter. We are human beings. We are not aliens, right? We didn't jump from other planet and we have come here. No, right? God has manufactured us, all of us for that matter. So why you have to put a tag there
Yes,
that this
yes.
is Bala, this is the she's homo. Some people actually say this is she's homosexual. What do you mean by that? It's very
not even
offensive.
homosexual. I've been called homo also. Oh, meet Ganesh is homo. I'm like,
And then
what?
you should add on, maybe I'm also a writer for your kind information. Maybe just to
Exactly.
put them down and kind of tell them that, listen, it's not only homosexual, complete the word. If not, please, give me some respect and kind of also tell what all I have done, my achievements, my accreditations, whatever it is, which
Yes.
people don't do that, sadly, Hiten. Yes, I agree to you.
Definitely.
Absolutely horrible listening to this. Like, this was so upsetting that people just, put an identity of your sexuality to you, that meet this, like somebody introducing me to my friend, meet Shreya Singh, she's a female. Like, how horrible
Oh
that would
God.
sound.
Wow.
People, validations, man.
People can see you are a female, so you don't have to.
Yeah,
People, we are not blind, of course. Unless we are blind, we can see you are a human being. More than female, you are a human being, right?
Yes.
If you have
absolutely.
been an alien, then yes, definitely you need an introduction. But if
Exactly. Your
you're a
identity
human being,
has
you
to be
don't
your
need an
word.
introduction.
Yeah,
So I think, yeah, I mean, we are not spirits, right? We're not ghosts or whatever
absolutely.
that people are kind of, telling. But sadly, I think this has been happening with today's generation. I've seen. I'm
Yeah.
just afraid that while we are expecting that things will change now, people will be, I mean, after this generation, things will be fine, people will start
Yeah.
accepting and all. But there is also a possibility that they might end up offending a lot and lot, more people from the community, because they don't know the right form of words which needs to be used. They don't
Yeah.
know the right form of sentence. Like, many people have misquoted my gender, so on Insta, hello Bala ma'am. Are ask, no, what would you like to be addressed as? What are your pronouns? Ask. there is a name, you are putting Bala ma'am, Bala, wo to baat ki baat hai, but people don't do that. People misquote, they have misquoted my gender so many times. So I think in today's generation I've specifically seen this, where I'm just worried about that, people might end up, hurting each other because they don't know, they don't have that basic sense to kind of use those right words or right sentences while speaking to the queer people.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
And that has to be inculcated, like, we talk about sex education. Sex education is a long way to go in India, but gender and sexuality has to be inculcated in sex education. That's where it should be taught in schools. Because, of course, I'll be offended, yeah. It took me years to accept myself, then, have just don't care about the wall and just like be, this person that I am openly. It took me years. I will not accept the wrong pronoun. I will not accept, being addressed, the wrong way. I will not accept that. And that is something that they have to understand. They have to learn, यार. मतलब मैं बताने को तैयार हूँ. मैं एक बार बता दूँगी, दो बार बता दूँगी. Then I'll be irritated कि fuck off, dude. Like this Google is free, fuck off. But at the same time, I am ready to tell you also. I've told so many people. I'm just honestly so tired of, like Bala only said that, with like we're educating all the time. And like थोड़ा सा effort डाल दो यार, थोड़ा सा
effort डाल दो, because अगर हम लोग educate कर रहे हैं तो you also need to reciprocate and show that okay I've learned something. But sadly no, I mean थोड़े दिन के लिए वो दिखता है, वो जून महीने में बहुत ज़्यादा दिखता है, जुलाई में तो it's like कि who are you boss? This is what people ask. So I'm sorry, again I'm being blunt, but that's how it is. Pride has just become tokenism for a lot of corporates, lot of people out there, but it's not that. It's a 365 days deal, right? You don't embrace your identity only for a month, right? You need to embrace your identity or whatever for that matter, 360, throughout the year. But sadly people don't do that. So some people, it just has become a mere publicity stunt for them, I would say. Sorry.
Yeah. The Instagram icons just suddenly turn, just for all brands. It's just rainbow washing happening.
Yeah.
I would just like to quote Daniel Radcliffe's words that you don't have to be gay to be a supporter. You just have to be a human being.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. God.
These were really insightful points which you all mentioned. Like some of the allies also are not aware that this might be hurting the queer community. So even I didn't know some of the points. So I'm really grateful to hear from you all directly. Now, since we are celebrating Pride Month, so how can we forget to mention Brenda Howard, the mother of Pride, who fought for the queer community and caught the attention of the mainstream media during the 20th century? Surely we have come a long way, but there is still progress to be made. So I would like to pose this question to the whole panel. How can we empower LGBTQIA plus individuals through equal opportunities and intra-community support?
So I think the very first point that starts from our homes, when we are raising kids, जब छोटे छोटे होते हैं बच्चे, when we are raising them, we should not tell them that ये अच्छा ये बुरा. We can tell them that they should just take care of them, they should be safe, but we don't tell them that white means you are beautiful, black means you are ugly, or otherwise as well. So all the awareness that should start from the childhood, that we are all equal. We should treat everyone with respect, with smiles, with warm hugs. So even in my family, when I'm talking to kids, I make sure that I'm not imposing anything which is not accepted by the moral human beings. So I make them understand that we are valid, we are equal, no matter who you are, where you come from. Do not make fun of people because they are certain ways different from you. So all the awareness should start from your home, from the schools, because you can make them learn, you know, the people who are already grown up, you cannot make them unlearn a few things because they would think, oh, they are right, and they won't unlearn what they have learned. So in order to be like a queer friendly environment or a human friendly earth, we should start educating students from school and your kids from your family and everyone else, like especially the kids. And then you go to the like higher schools, like prep, nursery, and then primary, then secondary, senior secondary. All these brains are very important to, I mean, they need to be educated. And in college they will take time. कॉलेज तक बिल्कुल रेडी हो जाता है ना ब्रेन दुनिया के लिए, दिस इज हाउ वी विल रिएक्ट. सो दे विल टेक सम टाइम, और उनके पेरेंट्स तो और भी ज़्यादा टाइम लेंगे. दे वोंट नॉट अंडरस्टैंड unless they really love their kid. Otherwise, they will throw them out. I know people, a lot of people, they ask their kids to go out and live somewhere else because they are queer. So I think all the awareness is required at the roots, like from the time when you start growing up. And like it's very important that you do not stop the expression. If your kid wants to wear certain things, let them wear. You do not change your kid. You try to change the society. I mean, educate the society. You do not ask your kid to stop कि ये मत पहनो या ये मत पहनो. लोगों को बोलो ना कि our kid is so happy wearing it. If you have a problem, close your eyes या फोड़ लो अपनी आंखें. Oh my God. you know, I'm just saying कि we should be happy, and I mean, happiness ऐसी हो जो किसी को नुकसान ना पहुंचाए. But happiness is important. You won't be facing any mental trauma. Even today, when I think about my school time, I can even still cry. If I will talk about that time, I will cry. The trauma has rooted in my memories. So अगर वो ना हो कि सब कुछ अच्छा होता, तो I think I could even grow, I mean, as a person better than this, I feel. बस.
I think well said, Hiten. I would like to just say that be the change to bring the change, and this is I'm saying with regards to all the parents. It's very important for you to tell your child all the queer stories, their struggles, their achievements. जितना हो सके आप सिखाइए, जितना हो सके awareness create कीजिए. Teach them. Google is our best friend, right? You read up. There are so many good reading materials. There are so many lovely videos which has been made, on difference between sex and gender identity. I'm sure Hiten and Ghazal would agree with me over here. Just show them, show that this is the right age where you should educate them as much as you can. आप जो सिखाते हो उसके basis पर ही your child would grow and inculcate those things when they will grow up, right? So it's very important for you to tell more and more stories, queer stories, their achievements, their struggles, and different, technical terms, of course, so that tomorrow when they grow, they also start teaching, their peers, their friends. So I think you should first, the change, as Hiten said, the change starts from you, from your end. So I think you need to start that revolution, and that's where you can expect that change at a bigger level. Yeah.
One more point I want to add. I'm sorry, okay, Ghazal.
absolutely.
So, storytelling, as they mentioned, storytelling is so important. And from my side, what I do, I actually go to school for storytelling sessions. I dress up, I go to schools, and I tell them stories where one of the character is different and how they go through this struggle. But at last, the character accept themselves, and then others will gradually accept the character. So storytelling is so important. Other than that, there is this queer writer. Their name is Alok Menon, if you know about them.
Yes.
Yes.
So they have written a lot of books. So if I mean, जिसको अगर अवेयर होना है, उसके लिए मटेरियल की कमी नहीं है.
Yes.
So And let's forget about all these books and all internet. If you want to be aware, you can be aware of, I mean, जैसे न्यूटन को पता लग गया एप्पल गिरने से, oh my god, gravity. So we don't need books. Look around yourself. You will see, nature will teach you.
I absolutely agree, with both of you. In fact, like there's a big blind spot, for people because it's not like my mom must have seen. Na, I was acting like that. I was writing poems about imaginary women in my head. Like, what was my mom thinking? Why was she making these dreams of Kanyadan and everything? I guess I don't know. It was like a big blind spot. So I do think that, of course, structurally things need to change, but at the same time, individually as well. And I wanna see people like me on screen in books. There is a lot of material out there, yes, but now when I was growing up, when I was a child, there was nothing. I'm very sure that I it was very hard to find, what they used to say is, oh, this is a queer couple, so they're just best friends. They're not like nothing. So I think I'm glad that it's a lot of things are out there, but I want more to be there. I want people to write, more about it, make films, make videos, more stuff, please, more stuff, and of course, like abhi bhi, like I would say that a lot of education is going into it. A lot of us don't talk about trans rights, but like let's go bhi hai yaar guys, please. So thoda sa please. And definitely like more research should be put into it. Like why is not a lot of research put into it? Let's just like this is a big chunk, like we are a big chunk of the society. Like why is not a lot of research put into it, more research text put into it? And because honestly, growing up, I was very, like, I don't know, I think I was very scientific or whatever. I was very, like, sort of scientific mind, or maybe I had that inclination. So when I read some research papers, then I was convinced कि ये कर सकते हैं, ये possible है. And of course, like, if I had seen those things in films also, na, I would be like, क्योंकि मुझे पता ही नहीं option है. I did not know that I had an option. I was just like, ठीक है, बैठे हम, अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है, but whatever, Of course, I'm reducing the experience at the moment just to fix it into, this metaphor. But if I knew, if I'd seen that, I would have been like, that's what I want to be. That's who I can be. I didn't know that I can just, like be the person that I want to be. So all of that has to be, it's great that it's there. I need more. Please give me more representation, give me more research, give me more text, give me more films. So yeah.
Wonderfully said, all three of you. I must say, those were very insightful points which you mentioned. So, since we had posted on our Instagram page, so some of our followers have posted some questions for you all. The question one is, what is the biggest and most common misconception people have about the queer community?
There are so many. One of them is that if you will stay with them, you will become like them.
Yeah, if I had the magical power to turn people gay, I would just be doing that left and right.
One thing is, many people think we don't know anything other than sex, having sex. I'm so sorry. That's how people actually perceive. We are sex toys. We are a mode of sex. No, that's not the case. Love is not only confined to sex. There are so many different forms of love. So that's another misconception which people have told me, oh, kya hi kar loge tum, sex hi to karte ho. So please don't have that misconception.
Yeah, because homosexuality is not a fetish, dude.
Exactly.
It is probably a fetish on porn websites and everything, but it's not a fetish. It's just, oh my god, it's a way of life. It's a way of being. And it's honestly shameful that a lot of people still think that.
All right. So the
Oh, one more thing. People do not understand the meaning of, being a trans or being a drag artist.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so if I dress up, you know, so I think a lot of us are more than the gender, so we can express any which way, and we all have both the energies. We have Shiv, we have Shakti, we are masculine, we are feminine. So people also think that जो trans है और जो drags है, they are same. So I want to tell, being a trans is you internally, is how you feel, and being a drag artist is your art expression. So both are different. Even though, like being a drag artist, people do the artist do makeup, wear dresses. So, but that would not make them trans or female. अब कई लोग क्या बोलते हैं, ओ मेकअप करके तुम लड़की बन जाते हो. मेकअप करके लड़के नहीं बन सकते हैं. यू नो सो दिस इज ऑल्सो वन ऑफ द मिसकॉन्सेप्शन. लोगों को लगता है कि ट्रांस आर द some artist doing makeup, or people think drag queen are the trans, and people also think makeup करके आप लड़की बन जाते हो. So
I
this
think
is also the misconception.
definitely, and I think
लड़की,
I will
yeah,
want to
लड़की क्यों बनना है? I am me. I don't need validations.
exactly.
और लड़की
Yeah,
बनना भी है बाय चांस, तो उनको
yeah,
क्या प्रॉब्लम.
exactly. I don't need validations.
Yeah, we don't need
I
validation.
think definitely, and I think one more misconception which actually people have is like when I came out as trans woman few days back, people actually first question was like, surgery कब करवा रहे हो, बाल कब बढ़ा रहे हो, साड़ी क्यों नहीं पहना तुमने. This is the common misconception which people have.
Very
I am
true.
mentally a trans woman. My gender identity is of a trans woman. रही बात मेरी physical transition की, you don't have to question it. You are no one to decide that. When I want to do it, I'll do it. Social
Yeah.
media है, पता लग जाएगा आपको. Status डाल देंगे, आप देख लेना. But you have no rights to ask me such questions. You
Yeah.
don't have to. So please stop having that misconception. Oh, trans hai to
Surgery.
sex working, begging and on streets, sari pehna. No, there are transgenders who are lawyers. There are transgenders who are drivers. There are transgenders who are pilots. Break that myth, guys. No, we are
Yes.
not meant for sex working or begging on streets. No, that's not the case. That's more than that. Now we are sitting in 21st century. दुनिया आगे बढ़ गई है. आप भी अपने दिमाग को बढ़ाइए, rather sitting in the stone age and kind of thinking those same shitty things. Yeah.
This is very sad to actually know that people are so illiterate. They call themselves that we are educated and we are this and
Yes.
that. But this is so disheartening that, मुझे ऐसे लगता है आज की दुनिया में जहाँ हम बैठे वहाँ पे ऐसे लोग भी है. Like I cannot believe that.
There
मुझे
is.
ऐसे दुख होता है ये बात सोच के. Oh my God, बेचारे.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
should feel pity for them.
हाँ.
And this is something that I can relate to it in a different level. Is that like whenever I come out and I say that I am bi, I am asked to how many girls have you slept with, how many boys have you slept with. I don't need to give you like a body count or something to prove my sexuality. You just like I am saying it, you fucking believe it, fucker. So it's honestly, it's humiliating, it's disgusting, and I just want to punch those people. Like, I'm just saying it out loud that next time somebody asks me, I'm going to punch them in the face. So, yeah, that's just best.
All right, listeners, please be aware. All right. So the next question that we have is that how is the community portrayed in Bollywood? Do you think it's stereotypical?
Oh my God.
Ghazal, you want to say? I know you have so many things to say. Please go for it.
Yeah, I was just going to ask Ghazal. Shoot, go on.
Oh God. Okay, so यार मतलब कहाँ से शुरू करूँ? I have so many examples. Like they have to make, this Lakshmi film, which is like, what was that? I can't believe that these people cannot put, like, Google research, एक पहला link Google का पढ़ लो यार, literally they will know so much. There was this one film by a very well-known filmmaker who has made amazing films, who made a film about this one woman who had bad experiences with men. So now she's turned gay. And that is the whole plot of it, and I'm just so, like, it's triggering, of course. At the same time, you just feel like, yeah, stupid, like, Hiten said, I pity you, yeah, because you could not read two or three of the Google links that you could just, like, एक Google search से तुम्हें मिल जाता. So it's just bizarre. At the same time, I'll just put it out there that please have, if you can't have, like, of course, like, it's hard to find, maybe it's hard to find trans writers, which it's not, but at least have trans people in your writer's room where you can have open discussions,
Yes.
right? At least do that. That is the bare minimum. If you're not doing that, please don't make a film about it. Like, just censor board में भी हमें भी रख लो यार. मतलब, from the community, there has to be one person from the community for the censor board also, so we can, like, disapprove these kind of shitty films, because it was, my God, I can't believe. I'm so sorry. I'm still very, very triggered. I think इतना सब कुछ आ गया दिमाग में. Yeah, I just couldn't put it into words. I'm just, like, full triggered. Right.
I think Ghazal has summed up everything so beautifully. I think you should have, while making any queer movie, anything, any story, whatever, have a queer person in your writing team or production team, because they would know, they will give you the insights, because some people might go wrong, and stereotypes bhi hota hai, abhi bhi hota hai Bollywood mein stereotypes. It's not like nahi hota hai. There are so many movies, which are still, getting, and also sad to see that, I'm still gonna say that the queer characters and people are not playing the role. They someone you're getting a straight person, to play the role. I understand it's also about your movie. It's a commercial movie, so people would expect that movie to kind of run, flop nahi honi chahiye, hit honi chahiye, whatever. There are so many conditions which a director has. They have to make that tough call. But sorry, no, I would want to see a queer person playing the role of a trans gender, a transgender playing the role of a, transgender in the movie, a gay person playing the role of a gay person in a movie. So sadly, this is not happening. We are getting a straight person to play that film just because, for looks and all that. But I don't know what's the solution for this. But sadly, I mean, when I see it, I mean, I don't enjoy the movie, to be very honest. I was like, okay, someone from the community, this and this person would have been, apt for this movie. So I think that also should be taken, into consideration while making any queer movie. It's very easy to make the queer movie, publicity के लिए आप बना देते हो, okay fine, oh मैंने queer movie बनाई है, अब तो मेरी movie hit हो जाएगी, This is the motto they have while making the movie. But I'm sorry, no, there are so many aspects which which matters, while making a queer movie. There are so many insights, there are so many sensitive things you actually miss out, on this. So how, when you, while portraying a trans character, while portraying a lesbian character, there are so many things which might offend people, which I think sadly they are not taking, the industry is not taking care of it. So I think Hiten, I'm sure you wanna add a lot of things to it.
सबसे पहले मैं ये कहना चाहूंगा कि किसी को अगर मूवी बनानी है क्वेयर के ऊपर, क्वेयर एलजीबीटी, तो जो बोला है गजल ने और बालाजी ने, इतना भी सुन लोगे तो मूवी बहुत अच्छी बन जाएगी. Seriously. And like adding to that, I would also like to mention कि इंडिया में जो सीरीज बनती है या मूवीज बनती है, उनकी एंडिंग आर नॉट पॉजिटिव एंडिंग. They have negative ending. It's like you can be queer and have fun, but at last you will be sad. So this is what I see. If you talk about, this Made in Heaven.
Yeah, there's a trope called killing the gay. That is a trope.
Yeah.
We are gay, we are queer in our film.
तो सब में वो दिखाते, तो story is going really nice, love story, but ending is always really bad. you know. So they always do it. I do not appreciate it, you know. And एक तो ये चीज़ है, दूसरा रिसर्च होना चाहिए, कैरेक्टर शुड बी रियल लाइफ कैरेक्टर, you know, your real queer people. Other than that, if they cannot take real life people because of the acting skills or the face or the status, maybe they can interview people, you know. They can interview and
They
ask
can
them, and
screen.
other than having mirch masala in the movie, they can have the real flowers that can, you know, bring the fragrance. Even, you know, I think this is what is required, or is इससे ज़्यादा क्या बोले, I don't know,
I
you know,
have
because
something to
yeah.
say over here. I think most of the movie which I have seen, queer movies, सारे में intimate scenes होते हैं. And it's again, it clearly signifies सब में आपको वो physical relationship दिखाना ही दिखाना है. Kissing scene हो, intimate scenes हो, most of the movie. Ghazal, I'm sorry, but correct me if I'm wrong. जितने भी movies मैंने देखी हैं, सारे movies में they have to show that they are hugging each other, kissing each other. नहीं, ऐसा नहीं होता है. I mean, you can, without touching and PDAs and all these things also, you can be a queer couple or whatever, you can love each other. But I think वही कह रहे ना, movie है तो मिर्च मसाला, they want to add more spice to it. So they kind of show all those things, you know, मुझे intimate scenes दिखाना ही दिखाना है. Because then, you know, then of course लोगों के दिमाग में होता है, अच्छा ये लोग यही करते हैं, क्या ही करेंगे ये लोग. I think that also is a very important factor, Ghazal and Hiten, where people kind of have that perception, okay, gay people kya hi karenge, they are just like mere sex toys, that's it.
Absolutely, absolutely agree with you. And you know what, like, it's so wrong because honestly, if you are queer, you know that queer sexual tension is, you know, like the realest thing.
Yes.
Dude, both of you, like, nobody's showing that. That is real. That is like, I don't know. Like, if I talk about me, it sometimes takes me years to make a move. Sorry, I think I'm too slow. But yeah, that's been the experience of a lot of people from the community that I've spoken to as well. Because you usually don't know the person that you're approaching. There's like so much to consider, you know, in queer dating. So it just never is like, oh, mile or just, you know, this is a load of crap. And in fact, I just mentioned also, I'm just gonna just name drop or whatever. So there's a scene, Modern Love Bombay, I guess, right?
Yes,
Modern
yes.
Love Bombay mein, there was this queer story, right? And they kiss. And it is the most disgusting thing that I've seen. That what was that? Nobody kisses like. What was that? What? Nobody kisses like that. Please, can you just, you know, orchestra this as just a kiss? It's not like queer kiss is not different from heterosexual kiss. It's just a kiss. That was just honestly so disgusting to see. And I would like to add this one thing. I think BalaJI had said like earlier something about that they think that like a lot of people in Bollywood or like producers or directors think that if they hire an actual trans person to be the, you know, hero or like the protagonist basically, they will lose out on money or something like that. So they have to have a star. Why are we not making trans stars? Why? What is stopping us? What is stopping us? Have you seen these magnificent, beautiful people? यार मतलब क्या कर रहे हो तुम लोग? तो honestly,
Nepotism, yeah, Ghazal. Nepotism at its best.
yeah, that is
Nepotism,
also
politics, yes.
yes, but I want to see trans stars. Yeah, why not? What is stopping you? So yeah, definitely just wanted to add that.
Exactly. Like Bollywood films, even Hollywood films, everyone has to reconsider the choices they're making while
Hollywood
employing
is
the
like
actors
Netflix
or
is
the
still doing
scenes.
better. A lot
Yes.
of series in Netflix is doing better because they do not bring the queer people as special characters.
No.
They are one of the crowd. So
And
I
they
think
have a positive angle also to show some
yes.
of. I think I saw this lovely series on Netflix. It's a Hollywood. I forgot the name. It's a beautiful movie. It's a series, and I saw that. And the ending is very happy. It shows her mother is accepting, you know, two friends. They are best friends, but later on they get to know they love each other. You know, that's so beautiful. show such positive things, they have this so many things to learn from them, and how mother is actually helping, to set
Yes.
up the date, for both of them. So that's what you need to bring out, rather bringing out के breakup हो रहा है, intimate scenes कर रहे हैं, बस kiss कर रहे हैं, हो गया, thank you, bye.
Yeah.
No, I mean, come cut the crap. There are so many things you can show, but people are not showing that, unfortunately.
Yeah. There is this
Even I
series.
watched one series. Yeah, Hiten, please.
There is this series Heartstopper.
I was thinking of that.
It's such a natural series. I mean, you are not special there, and even in sex education, and even this Sense 8. So I mean, we are not, everything is very normal. It's not, oh, there is special character entry, it's not like that. So I think India, if they can copy other movies from Hollywood, why not copy this?
Exactly. Please copy कर लो ना, please.
कॉपी कर लो, जैसे अभी
copy
क्लास
कर लो.
कॉपी किया, they have copied क्लास को कॉपी किया है एलिट से, so they can look at the natural side कि कैसे दिखाना है बहुत naturally, so I think, I don't know, maybe they can hire us. Oh my god. Yes.
There's a very good series called Schitt's Creek as well, which is, like, it's not at the center of tension. The character's queerness is not the center of the whole story. It's there. It's a B story. It's a secondary story because it's not like itna kuch. Like, you don't have to, if you want to have a queer character, उनका पूरा life ही उस पर नहीं होता है यार. We have other aspects of life as well. We are also growing up. हमारा भी teenage होता है. We also have, like, I don't know, going out for college. Basically, all the motions of a normal person or whatever. All the heterosexuals also. All the motions of their life also are applicable to us. So it's not like कि मेरी जिंदगी में बस एक ही चीज है. So that is something that I really loved about Schitt's Creek as well, that was not the central conflict of the story.
Yeah, even I watched one series, like 4 more shots, please. So Vani Judge was playing the protagonist character usme. And that, I think they portrayed it well. She was bisexual and they portrayed it very well, that she was facing challenges and issues from her family. She did love a girl, but they did not work out because the family was not accepting them. Then she was doing good for her. She was a gym trainer,
Yes.
just not, her identity was not just being a bisexual, but a gym trainer. So, and like one of our questions, she had like genuine friends, genuine allies, who were just not good at the face, but good from here.
Yes.
And then the end was really, really, really good.
Is it 4 more shots?
Yeah, 4 more shots, please. Yeah, I watched that.
That's,
so
that's something very beautiful.
It had a good ending too.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was trying to dominate.
What happens in the next series? It's not good actually.
Okay. I
haven't seen the.
I have seen.
Oh.
And I think what was good is Mazama movie. Madhuri Dixit.
Yes.
That was really good. And even the question that they ask, then Madhuri says, "Aapne sawal hi galat pucha," because it wasn't about sex; it was about love. So I think that was a really good message. Yes, Majama was good.
Even there is one Bollywood movie only, Shubh Mangal Zyada Saaf Tha. That was
उसमें बहुत
also
दिखाया, उसमें बहुत ड्रामा है, ओवर ड्रामा एक्चुअली. Majama is good, natural.
Even Badhai Ho is good. Like, of course, it was kind of this thing, but I loved the ending. They made that pride parade happen, and they showed. So I think that was also a good movie, I would say. After such a long time, I got to see a movie where they have kept that happy ending also. Like, the parents, especially when her father says, like, लड़की को भी बोलते कि आप जाके वहाँ पे बैठो. जब वो नामकरण करते हैं, Ghazal, if you've seen that movie.
Yes.
So they literally, the father, that was so touching, that's like passive acceptance. Like he's not out and out saying, but of course, like वहाँ पे जाके बैठो, it means of course he has accepted.
Yeah, and that's a basic version of accepting your child. That's a very desi version of it, and that's something that I actually liked about it, because when you take a story from Hollywood also, you won't be able to Indianize it or
True, true,
देसीपन नहीं
absolutely.
आएगा, तो इसमें था वो देसीपन, तो लगा कि यार ये मेरी भी एंडिंग हो सकती है, तो अच्छा मैं भी पापा को बोलूं. So वैसा, that was good.
We'll surely have more happy endings in Bollywood movies. And as Balaji mentioned about the Pride parades, so we have a question on that only. So we have a question: do you think Pride parades and events are effective in real in promoting rights and visibility of the queer community?
Yes, it is important.
Pride events and parades are important for visibility.
Not important. Is it really effective?
I feel
Definitely,
it is.
Pride events started with that. You have been holding your whole identity in this, this itne se space mein, shame mein, that now you want to express yourself. The first goal is that what I'm going to express. I'm going to celebrate my identity. In fact, because I was living in shame. The first goal is that मेरा internal जो struggle है, external बाद में आएगा. Internal struggle से तो मैं deal करूँ. So pride parades का तो especially was that goal. And definitely, like something that I realized, I moved to Bombay last year, right? Last year, end pe. And I realized that when I was living I was living in Pune before that. So I had some queer friends around me. Suddenly I moved to Bombay, I didn't have queer friends. And I just realized कि यार मतलब बहुत जरूरी है. It's very, very important to have queer friends around you. So pride parades, and pride events help you socialize with people that, share your, identity or struggles and everything. And that's very, very important. That's just बहुत ज़्यादा important है. And visibility तो आ ही रहा है यार, because you are on the road. I just
Good one, Ghazal. Yes, you're on the road. So, of course, visibility to aana hi aana hai. You don't or know, but of course, people will get to know. So, that's something that's a good way also to boost your morale, boost your confidence, that kind of boosts someone's confidence to come out also. When you see other people, like I'll tell my story, of course, my first Pride parade in Delhi, because I started my career in Delhi. And I was interning, I was for this LGBTQ magazine called Galaxy. I'm sure Hiten knows. So Sukhdeep, who's the editor in chief, of course, of the magazine, so he was like, "Why don't you, freelance and kind of, conduct events and all that and tweet?" Because I was into social media, right? So I started doing that, and he took me to a lot of events. And my first Pride parade, of course, he told me that you have to come because I have to live tweet. So I met so many people. That was my first parade, and the experience was so good. I can't even tell you. Met so many people, made friends, and that's how I started, mingling with a lot of people from the community. That's how I got to know so many people from the community. So it's very important to also, socialize, with people from the community. So that is also a way to that to come out. If you're planning to come out, if you're not getting that help, I think the best way is to network, go for events, network with people, talk to them, and that's how you're going to get help and support. You never know, right? So automatically, as Ghazal said, you're on the road, you'll get visibility. तो बात की बात है, but आपको confidence आता है, आपका spirit ज़्यादा हो जाता है, and you get this thing to push to come out gradually.
Yes. Initially, when Pride started in India, people used to hide their faces behind masks,
Yes, that's
So now it has become your celebration. They dress up. Everyone wants to look amazing.
amazing.
So one thing is that if you talk about queer events, these events are also giving space for queer businesses so they can come there, sell their products. So it is very important to like meet people, to take care of your business, to celebrate, to know each other. And the world, I mean न्यूज़पेपर के लिए बहुत बड़ी बात है. Oh my God, a lot of queer people एक साथ, then they will publish you everywhere. So you are spreading even more awareness this way. So events and Pride Parade both are important. अगर हर महीने में हर एक बार हो, मैं हर बार जाऊंगा वहाँ.
Yeah, so Today, though, we have explored various aspects of creating an inclusive and empowered society for all, from challenging the gender binary to fighting stigma and promoting mental health, from embracing intersectionality to transforming education, celebrating diverse love, harnessing art for advocacy, building bridges and empowering the LGBTQIA plus individuals. Each of these topics contributes to a more inclusive future. We encourage all our participants to take action, whether big or small, in their communities to foster inclusivity and equality. By embracing prismatic dreams, we can create a world where everyone can live authentically without fear or discrimination. Thank you to our esteemed panelists and participants for their valuable insights. Let's continue this important conversation and work together towards a brighter and more inclusive future.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
On behalf of Aram, I extend my heartfelt gratitude and appreciation to each and every one of you for joining us today. We express our deepest gratitude to our esteemed speakers, Hiten, BalaJI, and Ghazal, for their valuable insights, profound knowledge, and passionate engagement throughout the session. We also express our gratitude to the participants for being there the entire session. Now, I would like to conclude the session with a quote. बहुत हुआ अब क्या डरना, अब खुद से खुद की लड़ाई है, अब बहुत हुआ सबकी मर्जी का, अब कुछ शर्तें मैंने बनाई हैं. So let's strive to create a society where pride is celebrated, diversity is cherished, and where every individual can live with dignity and respect. Thank you once again, everyone, for today's session. Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride
As to
Month.
request, we would like you all to wait for a second and just pause for, like, we'll take a picture.
Yes.
Yes. Cheers.
So what shall we do? Like this, anything?
This.
Okay, all right.
We'll do this.
Who will
Okay.
take the picture?
Naman is taking.
All right.
All right. So it's done.
Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot.
Shreya,
Bye.
Shreya and Anushka, you are wonderful host.
Thank
Yes.
you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you so much.
Like the way you talk, the way you have these small quotes and poetry, everything, you know where to start, what to say. You guys are wonderful.
Lovely.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Means
you
a
so
lot.
much.
It
It
means
means
a
a lot.
Lots to
It means
Shreya
a
and
lot.
Anushka also.
Thank you, Balaji. Means a lot. Thank you so
Really,
much.
and it was wonderful. I never thought like I would really talk to you guys in real time.